Dumb idiots.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Dumb Idiots podcast. We have a very special guest with us today, a former college football player and my brother-in-law, the man, Malachi Freeman. What's up, man?
How y'all doing?
Good. We're going to just get right into football talk, I think, because we're football junkies. We love football, but we're a couple of dumb idiots who just like watching football.
Yeah.
We haven't had to be in the trenches.
No.
I haven't played football since 7th grade, where I got my season stats were a whopping 1 catch for -2 yards.
Yeah, I haven't played football since I dislocated my finger playing one-on-one with my brother, trying to break up a pass. So
yeah, clearly we weren't built for that.
I did break up that pass. I also broke my finger. But hey, what are you gonna do? But,
so, yeah, you went to Akron, and did you can you tell us a little bit just about like the recruiting process, what that was like?
Well, I went to school in Delaware, the state of Delaware. I went 3 times all state. My first, sophomore, junior, and senior year.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have great grades my first 2 years in high school. So by the time it was time, I think the only school that was interested was Virginia, Temple, and the University of Delaware, which was local.
Mm-hmm.
So right away, I think I tried going to like prep schools out of high school, and then I tried going to like junior college. So I ended up deciding to go to a junior college in New York, Nassau Community College. I went there for 2 years before I went to Akron.
Oh, okay.
And you've been stuck in Ohio ever since?
Ever since.
Yeah, dude, rough.
Yeah, because this was pre-transfer portal where you could just go where the dollar was calling for.
Yeah.
And I mean, God, such a different time just as far as like someone's not even allowed to buy you something to eat. And now, like, they can just throw straight contracts at things.
It's crazy. It was like around the time like the tattoo gate was happening in Ohio State.
Yeah.
About the time the Cam Newton scandal was happening in Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
Though nothing really came of that one, but
yeah,
I think everybody knows there's some shady dealings going on back then.
Right. Yeah. There was always
But it's
stuff
legal
going on
now.
behind the scenes. Now you could just
Yeah.
do it right out in the open.
Yeah.
So if you manage to cheat somehow with this era of such openness, like, I don't know, Michigan University, you must be a pretty low down dirty dog.
Yeah, exactly. You must be so desperate. You must be absolute. Okay, I'm gonna say that for later. But no, yeah, it is a different game now from like just watching old clips and stuff. Like, wow, football is just a lot. Like, it's the same but different.
Yeah.
Dudes stuck around. And if there's a transfer portal when you played, how do you think that would affect you, like the camaraderie of the team and like just like all of that?
I don't know. I mean, you already had some individuals, of course, if you look at most colleges, I don't know, like beginning of the year, you can tell who's competing, who's not. So by the time you get to the game, I don't know, 6 or 7, you kind of see who starts to drift off as far as individuals and who's still with the team, depending on like where everybody think they might be going. So I thought it would be probably a lot different now. I mean, you still got more individuals now, but I don't think it's like team oriented.
That's what a lot of them say. Like a lot of the scouts and stuff say is like it's a lot of that's taking a back seat to individualism.
I could definitely see that because, I mean, you've made lifelong friends from football. When we went on his bachelor party, it was all like football players and me. Yeah, I was definitely the only Caucasian there. It was his black chiller party, actually.
I thought he fit right in.
yeah. They did tell me I fit in, especially the last night we saw 2 Chainz in a club, and I know 2 Chainz. Okay, I knew all the lyrics.
You're like a million, dude.
I can blend right in. That's it. I can't remember who it was though. One of your friends had said about like because we were in a section and everything, like, we should tell people we're all players and Ryan's our agent.
Yeah.
I was like, that's believable. Except that I don't look very professional looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
No, you're like the scatterboo. You're like the you play fullback or running back.
Yeah. So not
don't really, the arms you don't show it.
Yeah,
you know?
not. I don't have the toughness of that.
No,
I'm more of a finesse player. I could be like a Pat McAfee.
Yeah. You're sneaky athletic. You're more athletic than you look.
Right. Yeah.
All the other
I don't look
white
athletic.
stereotypes for football players.
Right. That's right. Yeah, were you the only black player in Delaware?
No.
Okay. I was just checking.
I'm thinking about it.
I was like, no, there's got to be other.
The whole country. Oh, not whole country.
The whole
State.
state.
Whole state.
I mean, it was some pretty, we had a few players that were out of Delaware that went to, I think, Penn State. I think one of them was like Devansdale. I'm not sure if you heard about Devansdale. He had a daughter that had cancer. He played for the Bengals.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But he's from Delaware.
Oh,
he was
okay.
like probably like top 5, top 10 in this position
Yeah.
at the end. So it's kind of funny because my first time I went to my All-State banquet, Jim Tressel and Joe Powell was there
Oh, wow.
because they were recruiting him.
Yeah, that's cool.
Would have been nice.
No, we do got to dive into, because you had a game against Michigan while you were at Akron.
Yeah.
That I didn't even realize. My good friend Mr. Gnepper
Did some research.
He, as soon as he knew we were having you on, he was like, "Well, what?" I don't even think I told you like what year he played.
No,
or
you didn't
anything.
even tell me. You said my brother-in-law Malachi, who played for Akron. And I was like, this guy.
Yeah, he Googled and found it, and then was able to get like.
I'm like, I was like, yeah, he had like 4 interceptions, this and that. played in Tennessee, played Michigan.
Yeah, because when you sent me the thing about how like you guys had a real close game against Michigan, I was like, I didn't even know that. That's cool as hell.
Yeah, I remember like it was yesterday. It was passing out donuts before the game.
Really?
Yeah. Passing out donuts.
Why? Why donuts? Just
I think the coach, I don't know, thought it was going to be a donut. You know.
Oh, like you got to get blown out donut.
Oh, okay.
No, it was.
Yeah.
So made him. I was gonna say not eat the donut, but they would have ate the donut already.
But that had the opportunity to become like one of the most like memorable games all the time, and now it's kind of just like hidden. Like it's like you have to be like a junkie or a complete college football nerd to even have any recollection of that game.
Yeah.
Akron had 1st and goal at the 1-yard line, a chance to win against Michigan. And that's that alone. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for bringing up bad feelings. But
yeah, because that would be like a Appalachian State type, like beating Michigan.
Yeah.
Would have been like a Toledo beating Michigan.
Yeah, would have been like who did Notre Dame just lose to?
NIU.
Yeah, Northern Illinois. Yeah, that's still though to make it into a game. I mean, honestly, you guys had kind of an impressive team.
Well, I thought that that game specifically, like Michigan wasn't like a great throwing team because, like I said, Devin Gardner was a wide receiver / quarterback /
rocking number 98.
Yeah,
it's not a good sign. The quarterback's rocking number 98.
Right.
I think we were like ultimately confident in that team. Alone, I mean, hey, we had probably at least 8 of our games that year, 8 or 9 of our games, like within 7 to 10 points, and we were one away from a bowl game.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it could have went our way, but a lot of games went like that year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw you guys finish strong. You guys like beat Toledo in the year, and Toledo's they're always one of the more consistent MAC schools.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're usually
like
pretty good.
Top of the standings usually.
Yeah.
William Hunter was on that team.
Oh,
wow.
That's the thing. People don't realize like the MAC produces so many good players.
Yeah. You had brought up before we started like Khalil Mack playing at Buffalo.
Mm-hmm. Akron's rival, Kent State, they like produced
They had Dre Archer on their team. He was really good.
play for the Steelers.
Yeah.
Mm.
He actually stopped playing football.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just said he didn't want to play anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just taking a toll on him.
Josh
Uh,
Cribbs played for Kent State, right?
I think
Josh
so.
Cribbs, Julian Edelman.
Oh, shit.
Was it Harrison
quarterback.
for Steelers? Am I thinking that's the right name? He was like the defensive lineman, just a beast of a guy. I can't think of his name now. I think it was Harrison, but I can't think of his first name.
Mm.
Dude had a pick 6 in the Super Bowl against the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that was James Harrison.
James Harrison, yeah. Yeah.
I didn't even know he went to.
I thought he went to Kent State. I could be wrong, but
Yeah.
Big Ben went
Fact
to
check.
Kent State.
Fact check.
I mean, Big Ben went to.
yeah,
Miami.
yeah, a lot of Steeler players played in the MAC.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm just thinking, I'm like,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's pretty cool. And then you tried out for the NFL?
So I got to try out with the Saints. Wasn't my first choice. If I had to choose, because that was the same year that Malcolm Butler got the interception.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he was undrafted. So it was funny because the Saints minicamp was the week before, and the Patriots was the week after. I've been out of football for about 4 months. So I've just been training, so I wanted to play.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, my agent first choice was going to the Saints, which is a team I never even spoken to. So I went there instead of going to the Patriots to get a better opportunity.
Without Belichick, and just like, he just has an act for doing that.
Yeah. And a little just like side, he's a Patriots fan.
Ooh.
So that
so
would be like even sweeter.
You got some of that gear.
Yeah.
It would have been nice. Yeah, it would have been nice. But like I said, the Saints, like their DBs that they had drafted and picked up was like all 5'11" and 6 foot.
Mm-hmm.
So immediately when I get into camp, like I'm like looking around, like where do I fit?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't fit on the outside because they got all the guys, 5'11" and above on the outside. So it had to be more of a slot thing. And it was kind of tough because you had to learn 2 positions at once.
Yeah.
Is that like like a nickelback position?
Yeah. So nickel and dime.
Mm-hmm.
I barely know what that is. I just know, like, let's say the Cooper DeJean pick 6, he was playing nickel.
Yeah.
So he was kind of playing like in between like a linebacker corner hybrid, and sort of, right?
I feel like the game is more situated for that now. Like back then it was more, I don't know, situational, but now you see a lot of teams actually run three corners on the field at all times.
Mm-hmm.
So
Because it's a lot more pass happy now, and the run game's become sort of an afterthought.
yeah,
Like,
it is.
Saquon's kind of bringing it back though.
Yeah. He's showing that. I mean, if you can add a dynamic running back, it's still.
Just that backwards jump he did.
Oh, that
it's
was
like
incredible.
Oh, dude, that I saw like a TikTok of all these people trying that shit, and they're all just like getting hurt. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It could see the good that like he's inspiring people, but at the same time, that's not what you should try.
Dude, speaking of people jumping over stuff, did you guys catch the dunk contest? It has been a white boy winter because Cooper DeJean
Mm-hmm.
and Mac winning the dunk contest, jumping over, giving me a heart attack, jumping over Evan Mobley. That was unnecessary, but jumping over a car, man, he was really showing out on.
No, I was actually watching something whiter than Mac. I was watching hockey.
Oh, yeah.
That's one sport. I almost feel like hockey's kind of stuck in like football in the 1960s is like, or, like Babe Ruth, like, okay, yeah, you're breaking all these records, you're looking good. But unless we start recruiting some like urban kids and,
Yeah.
I think hockey's too white.
Yeah.
I almost feel like once you get people who aren't so white,
Yeah. I
more
can only,
not as sneaky athletic.
right. They're all sneaky athletic in that league.
Yeah.
Other than, I remember PK Subban, I think, was a player that was in hockey, black dude. Now he's an analyst, but
Yeah.
he was a solid player. But it's whole lot of honkies.
Yeah, and I'm worried for us like that.
Oh, and in Canada, they fucking love hockey.
Mm-hmm.
You were in trying for Canadian football for a little after. Was that after didn't work out with the Saints?
Yo, so I went back to Akron for a grad year. I didn't think I even considered Canada right away when I got cut from the Saints. Because I think when they called right away, I was like, nah, I didn't want to go.
Yeah.
Like me, like I want to stay in the States and play, like more to go to Canada.
Should be an easy transition. Go from New Orleans to the French connection.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's true.
I was really trying on that one.
Yeah, no, it did end up connecting.
Yeah, exactly.
The French connection.
Yeah, I did a grad year at Akron. And then I think about time the season was done, I was already training there for a year. And then you also had scouts and teams coming there. And Winnipeg constantly stayed in contact, which was weird. I never knew teams that stayed in contact with players that sat out for a year.
Mm-hmm.
But they had a camp or a combine coming up, and I trained for it. They actually did not call me back until I think 2 weeks into camp. They called me up randomly, and I felt like probably like the next day. I think I sat out the first week, and I sat out the first preseason game. Because again, like it was different. Like I had to get used to the atmosphere. I mean, the environment there, everything was totally different as far as just the stamina and stuff. Too.
Well, yeah, they put gravy on their French fries. Yeah. That's different right there.
I'm not gonna knock it till I try it.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot.
It doesn't sound like the worst.
No, yeah, I'm sure.
It's better than British food.
Yeah, I'm sure there's probably worse examples of Canadian cuisine that.
Yeah, Canadian football just seems completely different. Like they got the goalposts in front of the end zone.
Yeah, and like I didn't know until talking to him that they could only hold a certain amount of American players.
That's not really discrimination to me.
Yeah, exactly. You should have just like hit them with a discrimination suit or something.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Too bad Trump wasn't president then. You could have called in a favor. Like this guy deserves to play. Your crappy league could use more American players.
Or we just try to defunk that.
Just make the Canadian team be a part of the NFL. I almost feel like if instead of like the Browns were really bad this year, instead of like giving them a top draft pick, maybe they have to go like prove it in Canada for a day.
Get some wins.
Right, yeah. Go win that Grey Cup. Yeah. That's what they play for, right?
Yeah. I remember Chris Berman always like talked about it.
Yeah.
The old ESPN it was like Sports Center. I don't even remember exactly what it was. Like down.
Yeah, he was on Sports Center.
But what a wild year for Canada.
Yeah.
You started off with like the tariffs and all like the trade war.
Mm-hmm.
Then Kendrick Lamar goes in Super Bowl halftime show and disses on Canada's own Drake.
Yeah.
And then the United States, we were dancing on their graves. We beat them in hockey.
Yeah.
And we were talking all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you, Canada. We were celebrating.
Yeah.
Everybody that doesn't give a fuck about hockey for 1 week.
Yeah, it was still
give a shit about hockey. Then something happened on Thursday, and now us Americans don't care about hockey.
Right, yeah. Yeah. It was hockey. Who cares?
It was an all-star game. Who cares about that?
It's an exhibition.
It is an exhibition. Yeah. It doesn't even matter. Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to try to still like hockey, but now that, it's a little my enthusiasm has gone down.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm locked in on the Cavs and NBA now that All-Star breaks over.
Yeah.
I'm glad All-Star breaks over because the All-Star game was pitiful and like the All-Star events are really bad.
Yeah, I heard it was bad. It was,
yeah.
Who could forget, Team Chuck versus Team Shaq? Classic,
Yeah, like it is just crazy. I mean, just the fact that they won't play any type of defense at all. I mean, I don't care about hockey, but they're throwing punches at each other in an exhibition game. Like that's a whole different mindset than the NBA All-Star game where they won't even play any type of defense at all.
3 fights in the first 9 seconds of that Canada-United States game. Kind of wild.
Yeah.
Then the second one, just like nail biter, came down to overtime, and like they fucking cared. Like you just see it. Like
Yeah.
they're saying this is more important than a Stanley Cup. This is their all-star game.
Right,
Like,
right.
like,
That's crazy.
that's one thing hockey gets right, I guess.
I do think the NBA should look at, like, maybe not like the exact like 4 nations, but like U.S. versus the world or something to like maybe get people a little more excited.
Oh yeah, you can get like Jokic down to Wemby. You see the shit about Wemby?
Yeah, he's out for the season, right?
He's got like a blood clot that like there's a survival rate on it. You look it up, and it's like
really?
It's a 60 to 75% survival rate.
Wow, I thought I heard it was something similar to like what Chris Bosh had.
It's like I think it's like he's like so tall, like your arteries just act a little differently.
Yeah.
Man, that's always the problem with like having something that's so unnaturally tall like that. Like,
yeah. You're gonna have weird health problems.
Have weird health problems.
And all sorts of like knee issues, feet issues. I mean,
yeah, I'm hoping for the best for him.
Yeah, because he is fun to watch. He doesn't look like a real person when you watch him play. Like the way he handles it,
like whatever. What was that?
Slender Man.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, because they used to call Kevin Durant the Slim Reaper.
Yeah.
He looks even more like.
But yeah, back to like the United States versus the world. That would be electric. I think if you're wearing your country or whatever, I think maybe you try a little bit more.
Right. Yeah. Or at least then the foreign players can just totally dunk on the American players, and we can decide if immigration should be allowed or not.
Yeah.
Based off of the results of the game.
Right. That's a lot of pressure.
I know. Yeah. See, like that'll like, hey, you are going to decide the future of this country.
Yeah.
LeBron, dude, if they would have told LeBron, like, based on your performance of this game determines the immigration status for people of this country, I bet he would have ended up playing in the All-Star game.
Yeah, that's what I would have done. Yeah, Chuck would really be rooting against them then. And isn't that the weird double standard? Like in hockey, all these Americans, oh man, we're backing our people.
Yeah.
NBA, they go to the Olympics, and half the fucking Americans are rooting against their own. Like that's fucked up, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It just shows like the stupid political and even racial tensions. Like
absolutely.
Like I don't know. It's just fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like we can't just like come together. But for hockey we can. But for NBA, no.
Yeah, that's what I think. People should always come together on race things just for fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like we had a funeral that we had to attend, and this old woman came up to Malachi and she said, "Who do you belong to?" to him. And he just pointed over to my sister, like, yeah, we're married. And then after she walked away, I went over to him and I was like, dude, you're a bigger man than me, because I would have looked at her and been like, lady, those days are long gone. It's like, he was really cool about it though. And but then he was looking for my wife because she was the only other minority at the funeral. So
yeah. We normally kind of
at family functions, you guys look for each other. Like,
get it. White people fucking suck.
It's fun. I don't think she meant it in that way. Like, I think she just legit didn't know who he was. But
for an old lady, that's like,
I know. I was just like, okay, I know this is a serious moment and we're at a funeral, but I'm gonna go tell him that, like, dude, you should have made her feel fucking shitty.
I can tell she was curious because she did a double back. was like, yeah, she's about to ask me something.
Yeah.
Why did it even matter?
Yeah.
She's
Like, oh, I just love coming to
Is she
funerals.
breaking into our funeral? Like,
What are you gonna take?
exactly.
got a suit and tie.
Yeah. You were dressed a lot better than I was. I probably looked more like a homeless person that wandered in. They're like, oh, whatever, he's fine. But
He belongs.
yeah, he should be here.
But this guy right here. Yeah.
Yeah. You were too well dressed and too dark to be in here. What's going on? Mal, you're a Miami Heat fan. How you feeling about how they're looking right now? Oh, you know what I really want to ask you about? The Jimmy Butler situation. Because much like my take on like if NBA All-Star Game should have more stakes and stuff, I feel like if you request trades so many times in the NBA, you should have to be relegated to the WNBA just for a little bit, just to see if you could get along with people for, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't get along with these men. So we're going to stick with a bunch of women.
Yeah, James Harden, Jimmy Butler.
You think the NBA's got drama? There's way more drama in the WNBA.
Oh, I know. There's players that are like banging each other.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And think about that dynamic.
Yeah, the only time you deal with that with NBA players is if Dwight Howard's on your team.
Yeah, we've had some players bang other players' moms, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, famously.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Poor Delonte West. He's out in the middle of nowhere now.
Yeah.
I think he's doing a little bit better now.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I would love to have Delonte West on the podcast.
You think we can get him?
I think there's a chance. I think we got a shot.
Maybe we can like buy him a phone so we can do like a FaceTime with him.
He might be like at Speedway over here. Dude, I don't know. He could be around.
Yeah. No, I think he's doing better. Yeah.
That's good.
I thought they should have sent Jimmy home without pay.
Yeah.
And again, I'm like, if you look how he's playing now compared to what I was playing with the Heat, it's like night and day.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's happy and engaged now. I just wonder how long before him and Draymond Green murder each other.
Yeah, like the first loss or something.
first loss.
First loss or first tech.
Yeah. There's good. It's got to be combustible having those two together. At some point, that's got to blow up.
Yeah, I saw it during I didn't watch the All-Star game, but I saw like he was commentating on it, and TNT underneath his name said like punch pool. Like that's what it was. It wasn't like 4-time NBA champion or whatever.
Right, just punched Poole in the face.
Yeah, that's what he's best known.
Yeah, in his stat line, that was good.
Punching Poole in the face, kicking LeBron in the nuts. That's what he's known for.
Yeah, he's relentless.
But yeah, back to Jimmy. He's basically the epitome of doesn't care, but when he does care, he's like one of the best players in the world.
Yeah, dude, him in the bubble when he was smashing Rachel Nichols, that was like, I feel like if he could do that every season,
yeah,
he would be Michael Jordan.
That might have what started it.
That was
after she left, just never been the same.
Right, you're right. See,
didn't she leave because of all that, or no?
She got caught, like saying, well, they were like trying to replace her as a host, I think, and then she was talking bad about.
Yeah, okay, I remember that now. Yeah.
I think she used some racial slurs or something. I don't know.
Yeah. It was definitely like she at least alluded to like she's only getting the job because she's black.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
But not that it's okay to say that, but I guess they were like privately recording her or something, or like she didn't know that something was live feeding that.
Yeah, like conversations between.
Yeah, like she was just talking to somebody else, like a private conversation on the phone.
There's like some weird law where you can record conversation as long as one of the people in the conversation consents to it.
Yeah.
So I could record our conversation as long as I consent to it.
Yeah.
That seems kind of illegal, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I don't actually understand the law of it, because I've thought I've heard of some things where it's like, no, you can't record like a phone conversation without the person knowing, but then there are other times where it is okay.
Yeah, I guess it's like a weird gray area.
Yeah, you probably gotta have like CIA involved or something.
But yeah, you had the Rachel Nichols thing, and then within the last few months, you had a Joy Taylor, like the Fox.
Oh yeah,
I think that's a lot worse.
That's a lot.
That's
a lot worse.
Yeah, that the entire like Fox staff is just having their
except for Skip.
Yeah, poor Skip.
He offered $1 million, $1.5 million, which means he was up in it. Like he probably said $1 million. He's like, nah.
Yeah.
1.25. Nope.
Yeah.
1.5.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, and I can't imagine your first offer is $1 million. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I gotta believe you. Like, 500,000. No.
Yeah, it works its way up to million, 1.5. You don't just say 1.5.
Like man.
And she still said no.
Yeah, that's
sheesh.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I mean,
I think I'm a man of integrity, but for 1.5 million, I'd be doing something.
Oh yeah. It's like
it's bad shit.
Right. This isn't cool, and I would never have the opportunity, but for 1.5 million, I would probably sleep with Skip Bayless.
I mean, it won't take that long, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, you think of like how long, like you're getting paid 1.5 million per minute.
Shit, he's old. You might get like ED halfway through, and that takes a little bit longer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
Skip Bayless.
Yeah.
Think about it, everybody's laughing at him because he's the only one that got to a no.
Yeah. Yeah. And it doesn't sound like anyone else had to offer money. It was just like,
no, yeah.
He's like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
You're throwing it all around to everybody else.
Yeah.
She's like, sorry, your LeBron takes are so bad. I will not accept money from you.
Yeah, I think that might.
Or have sex with you.
I like to come on. It sounds just like him, actually.
Come on. It's my turn.
It's my turn.
It was supposed to be my turn.
Speaking of Skip, you see that Stephen A. Smith is like one of the front runners right now to become the next Democratic nominee.
No.
Yeah, there's like a list of potential Democratic nominees, and he's like one of the top 3 people on that list.
Dude, I saw one night that he was like randomly on like Bill Maher's show. So
he gets on like Fox News and like he like debates them. And
shit. Dude, I mean, we've figured out like if you're a fast talking celebrity, you can become president.
Yeah.
So it's definitely possible.
You could be
anything is possible.
Mm-hmm. It's either fast talking celebrities or guys who really don't know where they are. There's actually, we got one of them that may be both right now.
Right. Could be. Yeah. Yeah. He's letting Elon handle all of his shit. Right.
I know people love it when we talk politics, especially when we talk Elon.
Yeah.
We got a lot of positive feedback for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But did you see the recent, he was like on stage, I think it's like CPAC, and he was just...
Did he have a chainsaw? Yes, I did see that.
He was trying to sound cool, and he was just like it was before the chainsaw, he was like talking, he's like, I have become meme. And he was like,
yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Talking shit about how like, oh, the left is trying to get rid of comedy. And it's like, dude, you're not funny.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
he just... He is interesting. That's all I'll say about him. But yeah, he brought out the whole chainsaw because
he's probably never used one in his life.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, I've never used it.
I was going to say, I'll be honest, I've never used it.
But I never came on the pod with a chainsaw.
Right.
Like, cool.
Saying I'm cutting stuff.
And he was wearing sunglasses, and we like to wear sunglasses on the pod sometimes.
I do.
It's done. Can't do it anymore.
Oh man,
it looked so bad when he did it.
Yeah,
not anymore.
Yeah, I'm still gonna break out the sunglasses here and there, but
because our lights are bright.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, that's our pivot to politics real quick. I know everybody loves it when we do it. That's a lot of positive feedbacks in the comments.
Yeah. Yeah. People love any type of political conversations.
I know at least one person who said they had to unfollow us on TikTok because of our political takes. What?
Yeah. It's funny too because I don't even feel like we have any actual like real definitive political takes. We just laugh at everything.
We make fun of both sides.
Yeah,
but the side that says that the left is trying to get rid of comedy is usually the side that doesn't like
gets their feelings hurt,
and then blocked us and everything.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird how that works out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's politics pivot. We're back.
back to something less divisive.
Sports. And we're back. Yes, we are, yeah.
Sports and politics are both pretty divisive, but that's why they're fun to talk about.
So nowadays, I feel like there's a lot more football opportunity. Like you got like the UFL and all that shit. That wasn't really popping when like you were trying out for teams and stuff.
No, I think I don't know. Everybody was waiting for that guy to get that opportunity for one of those leagues to kind of pave the way for somebody else.
Yeah.
I think that's just never happened that way.
Mm-hmm.
I think you might have some guys that maybe get opportunities, but as far as them sticking, you don't get too many players like that.
Yeah.
I feel like you get them more in other sports, but probably not in football because I think everybody league is different.
Mm-hmm.
I think the competition is a little bit different, and I think it does matter. The speed of the game does matter.
Yeah, like we're Browns fans. We saw that with like PJ Walker. I think in the XFL, he was the best player by far.
Right.
He played for the Browns, and this.
Yeah, you could tell he was an NFL quarterback.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it is a huge gap difference.
But to like casual eyes, like among Ryan's, like we just don't really see that. Like you see a guy balling out. Like I'm really bad when it comes to judging who's going to be drafted where and stuff. Because I'm like, well, they all look like in college, everybody looks good,
right?
To me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what it can be hard to analyze. Like basketball, I feel like it's pretty simple because, like, okay, that's the tallest, quickest, like best player right there.
Yeah,
they stand out so much.
Basketball
more,
draft more on like raw potential,
right? And with basketball, I mean, you at least have more opportunities of just like you could go to the G League, you could go across seas. They have all sorts of basketball like in Europe. Like
Europe
football
basketball's crazy out here. Like
really?
Like they had to put like fucking chain like barbed wire, some shit to block from the fans from storming the field and shit.
Yeah.
And I feel the court.
Yeah.
And like they'd be like waving big ass flags and they'd be getting like riots and fights over games. It's like basketball and soccer, like in Greece, are just like two very violent spectators sports. That's weird.
Yeah, I believe it. I mean, you could tell because like Jokic comes over here. He doesn't even look like he's having fun playing basketball.
No. You see his brother?
No.
His brother is bigger than him. He's about the size of Wemby.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is he like, does he play anywhere or is he just big, just a big dude? Dude, I've always thought about that. Like, I can't imagine being like Taco Fall, who's like 7'4" or something. And I mean, he was all right, but I don't know if he really lasted even in the league very long. Like, no. What do you do when you're just like freakishly tall and then you don't play basketball? Like,
you hope one of your college roommates write a song about you called Mo Bamba.
Oh, yeah.
Then just be famous forever.
Oh, yeah.
Because Mo's like 7 foot, right?
Yeah.
He's tall as hell.
Yeah, he could just go on tour with him all the time.
Yeah. It's crazy how Mo Bamba was like more famous for that song.
Right, I know.
20 times more famous for that song.
Yeah.
Is he still in the league? He might.
I think he is, but he doesn't play much. But yeah, he's definitely more known for the song.
Probably back and forth from the G League, maybe.
Yeah.
And one more NBA stat I saw. Apparently, Bronny, I don't know how true this is. Saw him on social media, and you know how that shit can be. But Bronny has the worst shooting percentage in the history of the NBA for a guy who shot at least 20 shots.
Really?
It's like 5%.
Wow.
I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Like, those stats, I mean, how realistic is it?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you can find a stat to find some bodies flawed.
That's true. Yeah.
Like,
yeah. And with Bronny, dude, you know what I forgot about? Because I got TikTok brain and I just move on to the next thing. I forgot he had a fucking heart attack.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, I know like people like to give him shit because he's LeBron's son, and that's kind of the only reason he got drafted, whatever. But it's like, really, the pressure of being LeBron's son and like the fact that after that happened, it was possible he was never going to play basketball again. You would think he'd be a little bit more of a like sympathetic, like root for him kind of.
People hate DeMar Hamlin now. Like that, we suck.
Yeah.
Like this, literally, people be like hating on DeMar Hamlin. Like you
because they say he's a clone or something.
Think he's a clone,
Dude, there's so much.
First they say he's a clone, then it was basically like undeniable that he wasn't a clone because you can't just be an NFL starting player.
Yeah.
And then now they hate him because, well, he got too much attention. His 15 minutes of fame should be over by now. Like, dude died, came back, and is playing.
I'm surprised he still got a opportunity the way he did. Because I remember a little ways back with Ryan Shazier.
Yeah.
He never got another opportunity to play. I'm not sure what happened with the situation.
I think Shazier got paralyzed.
Yeah, it was like really.
It was like, it was walking.
I think it was bad though. Like I think it took him like years to recover.
That could be what it was. Like I think it was I know it was a career-ending injury. So maybe like he worked to a point to where he could walk again, but he might have not been able to walk like when it first happened.
I just wish Shazier didn't always lead with his helmet because I loved watching him play.
Yeah.
Like, but he always had that problem. We all went to college. He was just like leading with a helmet, and like it's more dangerous for the tackler than it is for the person getting tackled.
Yeah.
Like that's why they do those rules. It's for the tag, you don't end up like the way Ryan Shazier ended up.
Yeah, football players all got to deal with crazy injuries. Have you had anything that?
No, I haven't had anything that kept me out of the game.
That's good.
Always bumps and bruises.
Yeah,
I play with. I think by the time I realized my senior year when I had 2 casts on my thumb, had both my ankles taped. I never used to get my ankles taped. I had turf toe coming along.
What does turf toe feel like? Just is it like stubbing your toe?
Nah, it's like a pain, and again, it's like more of based off of pressure, like putting pressure to push off to do anything.
Gotcha. Because
you would literally have to wear walking.
That's one of those.
They say that injury could like really fuck you up.
Yeah, that's one of those injuries you always see it, and like it's like a silly name to call it turf toe, but like it's a significant injury. I mean, everything you do, you're pushing off with your feet.
I have a feeling Ryan, who's probably not the most ball nowhere, probably sees turf toe and like, oh come on, go play.
Come on. I stubbed my toe.
I stubbed my toe yesterday. I'm just fine.
Yeah, but
I'm only barely limping.
Right. And if I do stub my toe, I'm going to sit for a while.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything.
I stubbed my toe 3 weeks ago, and I'm almost fine.
I'm still on the injury report.
Yeah. But no, just those little injuries, and I feel like that can like add up.
Yeah.
Dude, speaking of, DeMar Hamlin being a clone, you think Kanye's a clone? I've been seeing that theory getting floated around.
Kanye's backtracked a lot of shit. Do you see that?
I mean, I see he's back on Twitter, which is good.
He said he's not a Nazi anymore. He said, I now realize I'm not a Nazi.
Yeah, and he shouted out Adam Sandler.
Oof. like not shouting out Adam Sandler for Adam Sandler, like for like Kanye, but like if you're Adam Sandler, you do not be in that.
Yeah, no, I feel bad for Adam Sandler. Like, take me out of this.
Yeah, because he's Jewish. That's why.
Yeah, he said something about like I appreciate Adam Sandler.
I watched Mr. Deeds yesterday. I laughed a lot. I'm not a Nazi.
Well, maybe that did change his mind. He was reminded how good Billy Madison is, and he was like, you know what? Maybe the Jews are okay.
I got worried. I did something with my hand after saying Nazi. I hope you don't think I'm doing a Roman salute.
Well, lucky for you, you're the one that edits it, so you can like blur it out if you don't like how it looks.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently, several people are still doing that.
Yeah, there was some other politician.
Yeah. And like he looked nervous doing it. Like he hesitated, then did it, and then he said, "We're just trolling you guys." And that's what I want my politicians to do.
Right? Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Just kidding. Like, hey, we're gonna drop a bunch of bombs. JK.
I like these politicians. They're straight shooters, and then they do something that they're like, well, I don't know about that. Oh, he's just trolling. He's trolling.
Right. Yeah.
So is he a straight shooter or does he troll?
Yeah. What is it?
Sorry, that's another political pivot. I know our viewers love those.
Oh yeah. Well, I think that's a wrap. Malachi, thank you for coming on the pod. Thank you for coming in, my sister. I love my nieces. What can I say?
That's sweet. That was nice.
All right, everybody.
I know you've been saying that the whole time.
Oh, I've been ready.
That was like you're like, oh, how am I gonna prep for this podcast? You put that one line down, you're like
Done.
done.
That's all the prep I did for the week.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, man. Peace.
Dumb idiots.